Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds. And in honor of it almost being the new year, depending on when I release this video, I wanted to bring you guys my 10 favorite pickups of this year. Now, I will have an honorary mention because I do have a fragrance that I still feel is stronger than all of my other fragrances. It's not my favorite scent, but I do like being able to project this loud for this long. And that honorary mention is going to be Al Haramain Amber Oud Gold. Now, this is by far probably my strongest fragrance. I can't think of anything that's stronger than this. Hugo knows one to it, but it is a beast. It definitely pulls compliments, but honestly, I don't think anything that projects this well. And it does smell fruity and musky, and I think it's a fairly agreeable one. But it's pretty strong, so that is why it's going to be my honorary mention. Definitely my best performing fragrance, and the only reason this much is gone is because of the fact that I decanted like 5 ml, and you never need to use more than just 2 sprays of this. To be honest, I feel like that's already a lot. Next. Now these 10 are in absolutely no order because I don't want to sit here and spend time putting them in order. And I like them all for very different reasons, so I'm just gonna pick them up in the order that I kind of like threw them next to me. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with this one. As you guys know, I love the brand Versace, and this one was like a blind buy. I just kind of saw it, liked the bottle, and thought, why not? The notes are pretty nice. It has some apple in it. You guys know I'm obsessed with apple, and it's gonna be Versace Custom Rossana. I love the scent of this. I love the performance of this. I love everything about this. It's got a really nice apple in here. It's got Cypriol, which the Cypriol in this is really nice. Everything is blended so well. I'm not going to go into too much detail on any of these fragrances because it will take too long, and almost all but maybe 2 already have reviews, so you can watch the reviews. But it's gorgeous. I think it's a really nice fragrance. I think if you wanted to pick something up in this realm, I will drop the link down below. It's on intenseoud.com. I think that's the only place you can get it, but it's such a good fragrance. I do have a coupon for that site. It's down below. If there's 2 coupons, I think there's one that you can only use one time, and the other one you can just keep using. So if you've already used one, you've got the other one, but it's just gorgeous. Next. All right, so I talked about this one really recently, and I love it, and it's just gonna always be one of my favorites, probably. Unless they come out with another flanker that I love more, and it's going to be Versace Eros EDP. I mean, obviously I love it. Look at that big bottle. Guys, seriously, look at that. But it smells so, so good. I love the candy apple in here, and I love that that you can smell the lemon and the orange up top, and I love the bitter orange in here. It's just a gorgeous fragrance. I mean, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it's mine. And I'm really glad that I picked up the big bottle because, well, when I'm not testing, this is one that I reach for a lot. Not for a club banger, just for whenever I want to, because, I mean, wear what you want when you want, right? Next. All right, so I've hyped this one up enough. I'm not going to do too much detail on this, but it's going to be Versace de Riche Pour Homme. This is going to be one of the best bang for your buck vanilla fragrances with spice and everything nice. It's really nice, guys. I crave this scent, and if I didn't have to test fragrances for you guys all the time, not just because I have no self-control and I have to keep buying stuff, then I would wear this really frequently. It's just such a pretty scent. Really unisex too, so if you are a female and you don't even like masculine fragrances and you like things that are either down the center or can maybe run feminine on your skin, this is a vanilla bomb, and I don't think anyone, depending on your skin type, would find it too masculine. It's so good. It's so good. If you are a person watching this and you don't have this, get it. Next. All right, so a couple of these are going to be discontinued, and the reason that I'm really glad I got them are because they're discontinued. In fact, half of them are, so I think I'm going to reorder this. So I'm just going to go into this next one. It is from the House of Dapper. I like this because I get really good performance on it, and it's such a seductive fragrance, and it's going to be Dapper's Formula of Replicas Jazz Club. This is the only one that I've purchased the 60 ml of, but it's because I wear it so much. It's so classy and sexy and just gorgeous, and it's a compliment monster. It helps that the performance is there. I've heard a lot of knocks on the actual Jazz Club only because of performance, so I really want to pick up a bottle because I'm like, if I like this, I'm sure I'll like that, but I don't want a bad performing one that costs more than this. But I really love this, guys. It is definitely going to probably stay my favorite from the house. I have other ones that I really enjoy, but this will always be my favorite. It's just so good. For me, it's not missing anything that I look for in a fragrance. Yeah, if you haven't smelled this one and you want to try something from the House of Dapper, I personally really like this. Again, if you have my taste, you probably already know by now. This is probably one you're going to like. Next is actually an indie fragrance. I've been getting more into indie fragrances. There's one that I just got yesterday that would have made this because it smells so good, but I need to test performance. But I've gotten into the house of Kirk Elliott, and today my favorite, because I have 3 of his fragrances, but today, because it just changes daily, I have to say it's going to be Unconditional by Kirk Elliott. This is firewood and tangerine. They're the main 2 notes you're going to smell, but it is so good. And it's not going to be what you're used to in most designers. It's not synthetic. It's very natural, and it smells so good. And honestly, it's a very addicting fragrance. That's the kind of scent you're getting out of this one. But it's really, really good. And this is also one that if I didn't have to test stuff all the time, I don't know if I'm trying to convince me or you, I would be wearing this a lot more. But it's so good. It's really addicting, and I'm definitely really glad that I picked this up. Next. All right, we're getting into the ones that are discontinued. Some of them you can pick up easily. Some are a little harder, but what I'm going to do is do my best to put links down below. Now, I'll let you know in terms of accessibility which ones are going to be a little harder to get. So let's move into this. This first one we've already talked about in great detail, and it's going to be Valentino Uomo Intense. I always get compliments on this. I like the original Uomo, it's really good, but I don't know, this is just different. This is very classy, very seductive, and again, it's just a compliment monster. I love wearing this, and one of the reasons that I'm glad I picked this up this year is because technically it's not discontinued, but L'Oreal's revamping it, so they're going to be making it, which means it's not going to smell like this exactly, or the formula is going to be a little bit different. I mean, you guys know what they do normally. And I'm really glad that I picked this up, so I have this formula of it. I think it's really strong, and the original Uomo is insanely strong. I never thought it would be that strong. To be honest, some days I feel like that one outperforms this one in terms of how loud it is, but this one's just gorgeous, so I'm super glad I picked this up. Next. All right, this one was readily available at fragrancebuy.ca. I only bought 1 bottle because I don't think things through. But if I can find this anywhere else, I am going to link it because I love this a lot. It's not a performance monster. It's actually not that great. You have to really spray heavy, and I mean curly fragrance heavy. She said 16 sprays, and I'm going to try it on this one just to see if I can get better performance, but it's going to be Polo Supreme Leather, and it is so good. Not super leathery, honestly. Leather is more of a background note in here. It's sweet, but it's so sexy. Oh, I could wear this every day. I mean, I don't think I could wear 16 sprays every day. It is a 4.2 ounce, so that helps. But it's so good. It's so, so good. I'm really glad I picked this up. It was really random, but sometimes the random stuff works out best. Next. This one, I got an email from YSL saying, hey, our beauty buys are on sale, which means we're gone now, and it's going to be La Nuit de l'Homme Eau Electrique. The scent wasn't my favorite. I do kind of like Eros EDP more, if I'm going to be completely honest, because I know they get compared, this and Eros, the original. But it is really good. But what I really like about this one is it performs honestly better than everything that I have from the YSL L'Homme / Lana Ouida L'Homme line, and it just gets me loads of compliments, and that's what I'm all about if you've watched even one episode of this channel. I really like that, so I bought one and I bought a backup. But when I say backup, because I'm not really a collector, I just like to smell good, I'll probably sell it when it's completely out of stock, because that's why people buy backups, right? You can't have hundreds of fragrances and go through all of those bottles. I mean, I don't know anyone who can. I mean, I guess if you are spraying 16 sprays a day, I've been thinking about that 16 spray thing a lot lately, then maybe you could go through it. And I think I am going to start trying to go, like, because when I say heavy, like 7 to 10, 16, like, let's see how good I can get my stuff to perform now. Next. This one was on fragrancebuy.ca as a door crasher on one of their sales, and I was like, oh, I'll pick this up. It's a tester. It's really cheap. It was like 30 something bucks. And I was hoping it smelled like Crypto Mint, and it's going to be Mugler's Iceman. That's a tester bottle of it, and it actually smells better than Crypto Mint, so... And I love reaching for this. It's so nice. It's like a chocolate mint, but like in a very refreshing way, to where I think it's just more versatile. I like it so much. I mean, if you've watched this channel, again, I love patchouli in almost every form, because even the dirty patchoulis come off a little chocolatey on my skin, and I love that. So this is honestly like such a good buy for me. And honestly, that bottle is pretty sick. Even though it's a tester, and you can read all that right there. But it's a really nice bottle, and check it out. The juice itself is that cool color. Because the bottle is clear. The cap is, you know, colored, because you can't put any juice in the cap. That'd be weird. But, I mean, that's really awesome. It's refreshing. It's refreshing juice. And if you can still get this, get it, because this is also discontinued. Basically, Valentino Uomo Intense, technically that's where the discontinued one started. Next. So this one, I don't think it's discontinued. It is not easy to pick up. I think they only make these on occasion, and it's going to be Mercedes-Benz Club Black. Because people were checking their batch codes, and they're 2020 batch codes, okay? So what it does seem like is these just aren't that accessible. So they're not producing them that often. So when you can get them, get them. What I'd recommend is putting a one of those notify me, clicking on notify me on fragrancebuy.ca. So when they do get them back in stock, you get a notice. They've already run out of testers and full presentations, but if you just do a notify me thing, I think you'll be able to get one. So this one has been really nice. It's a vanilla bomb, and it's nice and smoky and really, really good. So I really like this one a lot. The video on this one should be coming up soon, and I think the video on this one should be coming up soon. I think these are the only ones I haven't done. Mercedes-Benz Club Black and Polo Supreme Leather. These are my favorite pickups of this year. If you feel like you've seen any on this channel that you think should have made it, drop that down below. You guys know I'm very good with engaging in the comments section. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!